On the news tonight, address mitigation and adaptation to combat climate change. Speaker Tajuddin Abbas tells fellow parliamentarians.
Combat climate change include implementing rural electrification programs.
Nasarawa State House of Assembly moves to curb proliferation of private schools.
The state has deemed it necessary this time around to bring up law.
As Abia State House of Assembly summons electricity distribution company.
Urging EEDC to meter all electricity consumers in Abia State.
Good evening and welcome to NTA Parliament News from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. I am Amina Saidu Abubakar. Parliamentarians can help shape a future where societies are more resilient and sustainable by sharing best practices as well as tried and tested strategies for combating climate change. Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas made the submission while addressing the P20 Parliamentary Forum dedicated to the Lifestyle for Environment Life initiative in New Delhi, India. Speaker Abbas, who is in company of the Deputy President of the Senate, Jibrin Barrow, noted that by working together, parliamentarians can transform the trajectory of planet Earth and secure the well-being of generations to come. He said the escalating climate crisis underscores the urgency of action, an imperative that extends not only to government but also to businesses, civil societies and every individual. He informed the forum that Nigeria, Africa's most populous and diverse nation, faces specific challenges due to climate change. Given these challenges, he said it is crucial for Nigeria, like many developing countries, to address mitigation, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and adaptation, preparing for and responding to the effects of climate change.
Other policies and activities of the Nigerian government to combat climate change include implementing rural electrification programs to extend access to clean energy in remote areas. Also, the Ministry of Environment is engaged in sustainable planting and reforestation and efforts to combat deforestation and rehabilitate ecosystems.
Respect for the rule of law, improving security, growing the economy and impacting the lives of citizens were the points buttressed as newly constituted committees of the 10th Senate hold their inaugural meetings. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that the committees express readiness to ensure scrutiny as the National Assembly awaits the 2024 appropriation bill for the federal government.
The Nigerian legislature is globally among those well protected with constitutional powers. Indeed, over 100 of such powers are captured in the constitution. The standing committees are like the production lines, as it is at that level decisions are taken, policies shaped and interest groups heard.
Where there's need, we have to embrace reform. In labor matters, it's very key. Some of the laws may need to be fine-tuned.
Matters dealing with the issues of labor, employment and productivity are critical to national economic renaissance and development.
Through necessary legislative interventions, all efforts must be done towards making the delivery of justice to the doorsteps of our people.
Standing committees of the 10th Senate have therefore hit the ground running, coming up with proposed legislations that would confront the challenges in the country.
Nigerians would know that the Senate is alive to its responsibilities and that we are voted by them to protect their interests.
Provide an opportunity for employment of our younger, our youths in various ministries and MDAs.
With the cooperation of Mr. President, who has the interests of the downtrodden at heart, and the dividends of democracy, we reach them down, those downtrodden.
The lawmakers are looking forward to enhance partnership between the public and private sector to achieve progress.
Revamp the Bank of Agriculture, and government should put in place and get private sectors that will come in to that Bank of Agriculture, and government should put intervention.
The committees have high expectations as they await the presentation of the 2024 appropriation bill from the executive, while visitations to ministries, departments and agencies of government for oversight will commence soon. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
The chairman Bauchi State House Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Bala Abdullahi, has tasked caretaker committee chairman and other stakeholders in Bauchi Central for accountability and prudent management of scarce resources for the betterment of the people of the zone. He gave the charge while the committee took its oversight tour to Central Zone. Parliamentary correspondent Nasiru Umar Tirwan reports.
The committee was in Darazo, Dambang and Misau local government secretariats, where the chairman of the committee, Bala Abdullahi Dan, emphasized the need for accountability and transparency among the chairmen, councillors, and other stakeholders in the councils for better service delivery to the people.
Alhamdulillah, we have seen so many things, and we interact with them that give us assurance that if there is something which is going abnormal, they will try to correct it before our next commission.
In their separate welcoming address, caretaker committee chairman of Darazo, Samaila Yausade Dambang, Muhammad Ahmad Dambang, and that of Misau, Salisu Hussaini Hadawa, thanked Bala Muhammad for giving them the opportunity to contribute their quota for the deployment of their local governments and the state in general.
But part of the challenges that I have appealed to them to come in and intervene is the challenges we are facing at the riverine area of this local government, that is the Guyaba, Beni, and Shongo area. The problem of that particular area is facing a lot of problem, more especially in the education and health sector. That's the reason why we have appealed to the committee to come in and help us toward addressing this kind of problem that these people are facing.
I have assured the committee members and the chairman that in our local government we are doing our best. We are following all the due process to ensure that we have not left any stone unturned.
Above our capacity, we forwarded to the Ministry for Local Government and we forwarded to the related ministry in the states. So our level, we are doing what we are going to do at a local government level. I'm assuring them that we are not going to fail them. And what we are taking in the oath, by God's grace, inshallah, will not fail them.
No doubt, the visitation, a bell, the opportunity to get the first-hand information on current conditions of the councils. Earlier, the committee had paid a homage to the Emir of Misau, Alhaji Ahmad Suleiman, in his palace to seek for his blessing and prayer. In Bauchi, Nasir Umar Tirul, NTA News.
As part of efforts to curb proliferation of private schools without adequate qualified teachers, teaching and learning facilities and operational guidelines, a bill for a law to regulate the establishment and operation of private nursery, primary, secondary schools and tertiary institutions has scaled through second reading on the floor of the State House of Assembly. Adams Abdulkadir reports that the House has also screened and confirmed Commissioner nominee from Nasra local government area, Malam Abubakar Odaku.
The executive bill is to empower the State Ministry of Education to checkmate operation and regulate the proliferation of schools with or without adequate facilities and operating illegally. The lawmakers believe that if passed into law, the bill will set a specific criteria for establishment of schools, accreditation, and ensuring that educational standards, safety, and quality are maintained.
The state has deemed it necessary this time around
to bring up law, to bring up this bill so that we can tame some of their excesses. There are established guidelines for them to adhere to.
Because from what we have seen in some cases, people will just wake up and establish a school without facility. All they are looking for is money.
After a thorough deliberation, Speaker of the House, Ibrahim Balarabe, therefore referred it to the House Committee on Education for proper scrutiny and report to the House in 4 weeks' time. In the meantime, Mr. Abubakar Odaaku, who replaced Ali Tijani, a commissioner from Nasarawa local government that recently got federal government appointment, was screened and confirmed by the House.
If this House screen and eventually confirm him, he is going to be a unifying factor of amalgamating the different diverse political interests of Nasarawa local government. Looking at his age, his experience, when you ask for a definition of a gentleman, when you see Abubakar Aku, you find the answer, Mr. Chairman.
In Lafia, Adams Abdulkadri, NTA News.
Determined to ensure even and rapid development in all sectors of the economy, 2 bills on investment and security have passed second reading in the Abia State House of Assembly. Chika Okori reports.
The first document, Christian Abia State Local Content Bill 2023, sponsored by the member representing Ukwa West constituency, Godwin Adiele, if passed into law, will, among other things, create an ease of doing business and multiple job opportunities.
This bill seeks to bring harmonization between the companies that are coming into Abia State for investment and the local citizens of Abia State.
I want to use this opportunity to express a big gratitude to the governor for his timely intervention on that road.
In a related development, the member representing Umunochi constituency, Matthias Ume, presented the Abia State Safety and Order Agency Bill 2023 to complement the efforts of other security arrangements in order to adequately and efficiently secure lives and property of the people.
The bill also seeks to establish the Abia Watch Corps that will occupy our forests, roads and streets 24 hours.
Thank you.
While the independent but complementary bills were transferred to different House committees for more legislative scrutiny, the House received 2 petitions bordering on Area International Market Management Committee crisis and leadership tussle at Nneji Autonomous Community in Ubunabo local government area of the state.
In contravention of our constitution, sometime in May 2022, the State Chief Samuel Nwosu and his cohort, not being kingmakers, presented himself as the easy-elect of Nneji Autonomous Community.
We, the undesigned concerned citizens of Abia State and traders in Ariara Market, write to bring to your attention the nefarious and criminal activities of Mr. Ozekwe Chikadibia, the chairman of Area International Market Management Committee.
Report back to us within 14 days. Because from what I see, this matter can cause trouble.
The plenary was later adjourned to another legislative date. In Omahia, Chika Ukuri, NTA News.
Abia State House of Assembly has invited the management of Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC, and Commissioner for Power for questioning over some alleged maltreatment of electricity consumers in the state. Chika Okori reports that the House deliberated on this, among other matters of public importance, during the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Emmanuel Emerua.
That signaled the commencement of the day's legislative proceedings as a motion sponsored by the member representing Isialangwa North constituency, Collins Ihonunehu, decried the alleged inability of the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company EEDC to provide people with prepaid meters.
Motion on the need for the House to urge in EEDC to meter all electricity consumers in Abia State and to strictly abide by the laid-down rules in disconnecting its customers.
The high level of taxation by EEDC in Abia is alarming.
They don't render the services they ought to render appropriately.
Take these people to court. When one or two people take them to court, they will suspend that.
Which regards the management of EEDC and the Commissioner as well.
Obviously, the House of Assembly motion number 13 generated a lot of issues, but if the lawmakers should match their words at this hallowed chamber with specific actions, electricity consumers in Abia State will have a new song to sing. In another motion on interstate dispute between the people of Ugweke community in Abia and Akeze community in Ebonyi, the Speaker, Emmanuel Emerowa, urged the House Committee on Security in Bandre to look into it and revert within 30 days.
I pray that this House should also mandate the National Boundary Commission to provide sustainable and lasting solution.
I want to commit this responsibility to the health speaker, who happens to now as the chairman of the Committee on Boundary and Security.
The House, under a matter of urgent public importance, entertained the request from the member representing Ubunabo constituency, Chijoke Urukba, which harped on the need for a federal government-owned mother and child general hospital at Ubunabo local government area to be equipped for better service delivery. The motion was later transferred to the House Committee on Health for an on-the-spot assessment and get back within 7 days. In Omahia, Chika Okore, NTA News.
The Kogi State House of Assembly has passed the Kogi State Oil Producing Area Development Commission Bill 2023 through the second reading. Majority Leader Suleiman Abdurazak led the debate during plenary. Ajibola Christopher reports.
In his debate, Suleiman Abdurazak highlighted the bill's significance, focusing on the Commission's establishment, Government Board Commission, members' qualifications, appointment processes, tenure, and remuneration. He also emphasized the Commission's role in receiving and administering 50% of the 13% oil derivation funds for the rehabilitating and developing oil-producing communities. The bill aims to ensure equitable development project distribution in the state's oil-producing regions.
Ensure the judicious utilization of the fund accruing to the Commission. Number 3, ensure that not less than 3% and not more than 5% of the derivation fund accruable to the Commission is used for investment.
The Commission, when established, will assist the oil-producing communities in tackling environmental pollution, degradations, provision of basic amenities like healthcare, potable water, roads, and economic empowerment of the communities.
The people that are producing the oil for the benefit of the country are always at the receiving end of environmental hazard, gas flaring, and other environmental diseases that comes with this kind of resources that they have in their environment. I support this bill, and I urge each and every one of us to speak in favor of this bill.
House Speaker Aliu Umar Yusuf expressed satisfaction with the federal government's efforts to locate oil well in Kogi State, anticipating that the derivation fund will boost the local economy. He believes that passing the bill into law will help the Commission achieve a high standard for the state's benefit. In another development, members of the All Progressive Congress APC in the House of Assembly have pledged their support for the APC governorship candidate Ahmed Ododo. Speaker Aliu Umar Yusuf announced a break to allow members to return to their constituencies and campaign for the APC candidate in the upcoming November governorship election.
The reason why we adjourned here went on recess, so that we'll be able to participate fully in the activities of our party. Of course, it is the party that sponsors us to this place, so we owe it as a duty to go and support the party and usher in the new government.
Party have a flag off campaign activities, so we are going on recess. The whole political parties of this house, both the majority and the minority, we are all going to galvanize support for our various parties. And as you can see today, the actions and appearance of the members, majority of the members speaks volume. You can see that we are very ready.
In Lokoja, Ajibola Christopher, NTA News.
We now pause for a break. News continues shortly.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
You're watching NTA Parliament News. For this news and other programs, you can log onto the platforms displayed on the screen. The death of a 7-member of the House of Representatives, Abdulkadir Jilani Dambuga, on Wednesday morning has thrown the National Assembly into mourning. National Assembly correspondent Mitari Ekpen reports that the news of his demise following a brief illness compelled the House to adjourn plenary as a mark of respect to the deceased.
Lawmakers had arrived the hallowed chamber of the House of Representatives in high spirits for the day's plenary, only to learn of the demise of one of their colleagues, Abdulkadir Jilani Dambuga.
It is with great sadness that we announce the death of our honorable colleague, the person of Honorable Abdulkadir Jilani Dambuga, who died at the early hours of today, 11th October 2023, after a brief illness in Abuja. He was, till his death, a member representing Issa Sabong, the Ani Federal Constituency of Sokoto State.
House members paid tribute to the departed lawmaker, whom they described as a rallying point in the legislature.
The death of Honorable Jilani Abdulkadir Dambuga is a great loss, not only to his constituency, Sokoto, but to Nigeria as a whole.
He was very healthy. Last week we all saw, and he had been very contributive in the House.
All we can do now is pray for him, pray that God grants his family the fortitude to bear the loss.
May Allah reward him with the Jannatul Firdausi, and may his family bear the loss.
Survived by his family, late Abdulkadir Jilani Dambuga has been buried in Sokoto according to Islamic rites.
This hallowed chamber of the House of Representatives was in a sorrowful and sober mood following the death of Representative Abdulkadir Jilani Dambuga from Sokoto State. The House has had to adjourn plenary to Thursday, the 12th of October, 2023, following his death. May his gentle soul rest in peace. From the National Assembly, Mitari Ekpen, NTA News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has condoled with the House of Representatives over the demise of Abdulkadir Jilani Dambuga, representing Isa and Sabon Birni Federal Constituency in Sokoto State. Dambuga died in the early hours of Wednesday following a brief illness. President Tinubu said the death has created a void in his immediate family and robbed the people of his constituency of quality and uncompromising representation in the House of Representatives. He said the victory of Dambuga at the polls was in itself a testimony that he was loved by his people. He earned their respect and has been providing effective representation for his constituents in the House. President Tinubu offers his condolences to the family and constituents as well as the people and government of Sokoto State. He also condoles with the presiding officers of the House of Representatives and the entire membership over the devastating loss of an eminent colleague, he said. A statement from the special advisor to the President, Ajurin Galali, says that the President prayed for the repose of the soul of late Honorable Dambuga and for divine comfort to his family. Similarly, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, says he received with shock the news of the death of the member representing Isa Sabon Birni Federal Constituency of Sokoto State, Abdulkadir Jilani Dambuga. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Musa Kirshi, the Speaker described Dambuga's death as devastating, lamenting that his constituency would miss quality representation following his demise. Speaker Abbas described the late Dambuga as a gentle man and fine lawmaker who will be sorely missed by all. While consoling the family, constituents, people and the government of Sokoto State, Speaker Abbas prayed for the repose of the lawmaker's soul. And that's the size of our bulletin at this time. Thank you for watching. On behalf of the production crew, I'm Amina Saidu Abubakar. Good evening.